Hello, hello, hello. All right, so this is for all of my stationery junkies. These are all the things that I used over and over again in 2025, and I plan to have them in my stationery arsenal for 2026. Let's just dive right in. First up, I love the Pilot Juice Up 04. It is by far my favorite pen. This pen is perfect for someone who likes a fine point. I am not a ballpoint girly. If you're a ballpoint person, you're not going to like this pen. But if you love a good fine point that writes smoothly, that doesn't tear into the paper, that doesn't smear, this is the pen for you. And you all know my favorite color is green. So, first up, this pen. Get it? It's fabulous. And I love that it's a click pen, so I don't have to worry about a top. Next up is the Uni-ball, and this is the Signo DX in the Bordeaux black color. This one does have a top, which is fine, but I also love how this one writes. It is one of my favorite pens. It is second to the Pilot, but I absolutely still love it. And I love this color too. I love green, this kind of dark red color. I'm all for the colors. You'll never see me write with a blue pen, and occasionally, yes, I will use like a black pen, but I love these colors. Okay, so next up, let's talk about the Tom Lumos refillable pens. Love this pen, which is why I have two. I have this pink one that is aluminum, and it doesn't come with two caps. It only comes with one. I bought an extra one because you could just nest one of the pins into the second one. So it's almost like two mini pins that are connected together. So cute. I just love having two caps so I don't have to like unscrew it in order to get to the other pin, but that's just a personal preference. I think it works perfectly fine how it's designed. I saw the brass one and I kind of like fell in love with brass because you know I am a brass gold kind of gal. And I also bought an extra cap for the brass one, and I did get snow engraved. I wish they didn't put the black ink in the engraving and that it just would show the brass, but it's fine. But and then the brass is like super heavy too, like compared to the aluminum. So it took me a while to get used to the weight, but it's fine now. Each pen comes with a pack of nibs. I wish the nib container also was a little bit sturdier, but it works. But I love that you can kind of like change out the weight of the nibs. You could change the ink that you want to use with the different nibs. So I love the flexibility of this pen. The ink lasts a long time. It's super easy to me to refill it. I'm a little clumsy. So, you know, if you are too, maybe the first time, it'll kind of take a while to just get it quite right. But I love this pen. So you can see the different nibs here. It's absolutely fabulous. So if you're looking for a refillable pen, I highly suggest you consider the Tom's Lumos pen. It comes in a wide range of colors, and you don't have to get the dual pen. You could get just like a mini if you want. All right, so last in the pen category that I want to highlight is we're going to go back to the Pilot Juice Up 04, but I want to show you this pen in gold. I don't use this as much, but I do love it. On the right color paper, it shows up. If the paper is too dark, you won't see it. And if you do something in marker, you can write over the marker using this pen to add accents, which I love. Okay, so speaking of markers, next category, I love these acrylic markers. I took a long time to research online which acrylic markers I should get, which ones people like the best, and I landed on these grabby brush tip markers, acrylic markers. and they have color on two sides. The only gripe I have with these is I wish they had more colors in, or excuse me, more variations of green and less of blue, because I don't use blue a lot. And so that is my only gripe, but it's great. Next up is watercolors. I love, love, love watercolors, and I love using watercolors in my journal. The way I use watercolors is I have a water brush, and I will touch the tip of the watercolor pencil with a brush and then paint onto the paper. It prevents the paper from getting too soppy or soggy. And it's just a perfect way to do little small watercolor artwork in your journal. And so this is definitely my go-to. And I think I've posted videos of my technique for using watercolor pencils in my journal. But these are great. Okay, so a marker, but a different kind of marker. It is the Sharpie highlighter Clearview. I stole this from my niece. I used this when I went back home to Chicago. That's where I'm originally from. And I just love the precision of this Sharpie. I'm in love with it. And so this is just an example of, normally I do audiobooks, but when I do read a physical book, it's one that I want to be able to make notes in or highlight in. And this is a perfect, when I say perfect highlighter for highlighting passages, it just is so precise, and it's not so saturated that it goes through the pages. Next up is one of my favorite hand lettering pens. These are the Pentel brush pens, and they are absolutely perfect for hand lettering, especially if you want smaller, more precise hand lettering. It has a smaller brush at the top. Like, I'm going to show you the Tombos in a second, so you'll see the difference. But if you want to do like small little headings or smaller writing, but using kind of the beauty of the thicks and thins that you get when you're hand lettering, these markers are perfect for that. And I have tried a lot of different markers, but this one is my go-to. I use it in my journal all of the time. And the colors that I showed you are like my favorite colors offered by Pentel in this set. So yes, these are my go-to. If you're a hand letterer, give this a try. And of course, my OG markers, brush pen markers, are the Tombos. You know, I just love Tombow markers. I have them in every color. You see, I have 3 greens in the same color because I never want to run out of my favorite color, green. But this is best for like when you are doing like larger hand lettering projects. And so I use the Tombos when I'm doing big headers in my journal, and I use the Pentel when I want something a little bit smaller, but still will allow me to get the hand lettering effect. So next up, I want to get into journals. I am a memory keeper. I love journaling daily about my day. And I love pasting in receipts and tags and bags that I tear up. I mean, I love the Leuchtturm A5 journal for that. It is my go-to. I also love creating journals out of the disc. I'm a disc-bound girly. I love the Levenger disc. I create calendars that I add to some of my Levenger notebooks. I'm just giving you a peek here because I have personal information in a lot of my calendars. But I just love that you can tear out the pages easily, and you could just do scrapbooking. You could do so much with the discbound system. So for some things, I just love the discbound journals or notebooks. Moving into tools and accessories needed for 2026. An X-Acto blade, my friends. If you don't have one, stop by your local art supply store, pick up a blade and some refills. Okay, let me just take a little sip of that tea. Next up, we have scissors. I love scissors, okay? I have maybe 5 to 10 pair, okay? And I have them maybe in every room of my house because I always need to cut something. Always. These pair of scissors sit in my journal bag, my Delphonic utility pouch. And know that this pouch sits in my steel canvas basket, and I just tote this around all over the house. So I always have my journaling supplies with me, be it stickers, pens, scissors, my journal, my tape, all of that. And speaking of tape, this is Quesote. I don't know. I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly, but it'll be in the description. 6-roll double-sided tape that I purchased. So the 6 rolls came in different widths, and I love this tape. An artist on Domestika, like a class that I took, recommended this tape, and I love it. There are times where you need to use a glue stick, but if I can get away with just using tape, I am using this double stick tape because it's less messy and it's more durable, because glue sticks, I don't care what brand you buy, they just suck. They all suck. And so, yes, this is perfect for photos or whatever else that you are sticking within your journal or whatever project you're using. Okay, and a trusty little A5 mat board. I love this little baby mat board because I always find like cool journaling ideas on Instagram or Pinterest of like ways I can cut doors out or patterns out in my journal. And with your X-Acto blade, all you do is you put this mini mat board under whatever page you want to do your design on. And then you just kind of like cut out your design. You know, usually I'll like sketch it out in pencil and then cut it. But the mat board makes it super convenient. So I absolutely love that mat board. Next up in my arsenal is the Lean photo printer. I love this little guy. I've had tons of photo printers, but this is my new favorite. Okay, next up, this light is a game changer. It is by Design Work Inc. It has 3 or 4 settings of warmth for the light, and each setting you have 3 you're allowed to like dim it, I think 3 times. And so I love it because most of the time I'm journaling at night. So I'll have my little steel canvas bag next to me on the couch, and I just clip this to my journal, and I can just journal in the dark because I have this little light. I love it. I think everybody should have a steel ruler with a cork back. More scissors. I just had to show off another pair of scissors. And these little sponge brushes are great for crafting projects. You see, like I have like some dry glue on there. Washi tape, of course, is in my arsenal. You guys know I love some washi tape. Even though I don't use it as much, I use stickers more. And then, oh my God, this guy is perfect. It's just like a little mini vacuum. And I absolutely love it because my plant sheds a lot. And I could just like quickly clean up my desk. And also I could just charge it quickly with USB-C. And so this is great. Look at that. Just sucks that right up. I love it. So this always stays on my desk. And if you're sharpening pencils or anything, you might like that too. And then I have to show these scissors. I don't use them often. I think I got them from like Michael's or somewhere like that. And if you want like a little bit of a decorative edge, these scissors are great. As you're going across the page, you have to kind of like be really careful and line it up so it's not all jagged like I just did there, but that's okay. You get the point. If you want something textured or like scalloped, these scissors are great for that. And I'm sure there are better scissors. These are like kid scissors, but they work, So I use them every once in a while if I want to add texture to any of my scrapbooking or journaling projects. They're great. So last but not least, I do love a good laminator because I make covers for my discbound notebooks. And I love this laminator because it will laminate up to 10 millimeters. Is it millimeters? I think it is. But the Lamy is great. I did a lot of research to find out which is the best laminator, and that came up. And then here is the other lean printer I have, but this is a sticker printer. And so it allows me, there's an app that I use. It allows me to make my own stickers. It will also print out large, like I think it's like 4x6 or 5x7. I think it's 4x6 photos. And so love this guy. Love this guy. I just need them to create like a transparent sticker sheet, and I'll be even more in love with that. And I almost forgot, my Levenger hole puncher is a staple in my stationery arsenal. This is my go-to for when I'm creating my notebooks and planners. So anyway, I hope you guys found this video to be useful as you think about what you're going to use in 2026. And those bags, I'm telling you, are super helpful if you've had any issues with like staying consistent with journaling. Definitely keep everything in one place and keep the stuff that you love the most around you. Okay, let me know if you have any questions in the comments.